Joining me now from our bureau in Washington, D.C., National Press Secretary for the National Republican Congressional Committee, Michael McAdams. Michael, the messaging, I'd like to know what it is. I mean, I think America would like to know what the messaging is overall. Obviously, we have many different individual races with different individual issues, but overall, is the messaging essentially the Trump message? And that is, in my opinion, is a very constitutional message. Limited government, smaller government, cutting taxes, a strong national security, a strong southern border, and sane immigration policy. Is that going to be more or less part of the messaging?
Absolutely. You touched on it earlier. The message for the 2020 election is, do you want socialism or do you want freedom? And as you mentioned before, there's no such thing as a moderate Democrat anymore. We saw that last week with their two debates, where they've completely gone off the deep end, and the core of their arguments are decriminalizing illegal immigration, raising your taxes, giving free health care to illegal immigrants, and kicking off hundreds of millions of people from their insurance programs. So moderate Democrats are a thing of the past, and we're going to remind voters every single day that it's freedom versus socialism when it comes to 2020, and the stakes could not be higher.
All right, the Republican Congressional Committee has targeted several races, dozens of races, frankly, to try and flip in an effort to regain control of the House of Representatives. We have a few of them that we want to highlight. Let's start in Maine, District 2, and a gentleman by the name of Jared Golden. And congratulations to Jared, because his conservative review rating of F, 13%, is at the top of the class in terms of this list that we're going to look at today. So he's doing very well compared to the other ones. But here's a guy that ran in a district and won that Donald Trump carried by 10 points.
Absolutely. I mean, Donald Trump won the district by 10 points. Jared Golden got very lucky last cycle that Maine instituted something called ranked choice voting, or else he would have never been the elected member. He lost on election night, but due to this electoral glitch, he's now here in Washington. And in Washington, he campaigned as a moderate, and he's here in D.C., and he's gone full-blown socialist. He's embraced Medicare for all. That means eliminating private insurance for millions of Americans. And then we get to the immigration issue. He's refused to get tough on immigration. He stood with the Socialist Democrats time and again and refused to crack down on our borders. And then we have President Trump on the ballot in 2020, and that's going to be a huge boon to whatever Republican is on the ballot for us.
Illinois 14 and this Lauren Underwood. Now, here's a real radical. We've shown clips of her on this program from time to time. We hold our nose and show her clips. This district in Illinois is interesting because, even though Illinois is largely populated by Democrats, Donald Trump carried this district by 4 points. But here's a woman who's really got out there on the leftist ledge, if you will, accusing at one point border agents of murdering illegals.
Yeah, and we've seen this across the board. You have Democrats that campaign as moderates, they're here in D.C., and they're full-blown socialists. Lauren Underwood's record in Washington is abysmal. She has the most liberal record of any member of Congress, including Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Nancy Pelosi. And this is for a woman representing a district President Trump won by 4 points.
Okay, so let's go to Oklahoma and another race that you are targeting to flip. This is Oklahoma District 5, Kendra Horn. Again, a district that you would think that a good, bona fide conservative Republican candidate against this woman, who, by the way, has a 0 F rating from Conservative Review. President Trump, again, carried this district by double digits.
Yes, and this is at the top of the list. Kendra Horn should never have been in Congress. She won by the luck of the draw last cycle, and she's gone to D.C. and totally sold out her district. Just this weekend, there was a front-page story showing how she sold out Oklahoma energy industry, which employs 100,000 people there in her district. So she wants to run again in 2020. She's going to have to answer for the socialist policies of House Democrats. She's going to have to answer for selling out the energy industry, and there's not going to be much room for her to get reelected.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.